Hello and welcome to Feedbackula, the show with 8 x86-64 comment cores and an enhanced PC GPU sarcasm processor. And a touchscreen. Yes, we couldn't really make this week's show about anything else, could we? Sony officially announced the PlayStation 4 this week, saying such things as...
The living room is no longer the center of the PlayStation ecosystem, strengthening the PlayStation ecosystem.
PlayStation ecosystem.
And...
I took part in a political rally and got tear-gassed by the cops.
Thank you.
Somewhere in between the corporate speak, however, they did manage to squeak out a few details on the next PlayStation. Just in case you've been living under a rock, it features a custom chip with 8 x86-64 cores and an enhanced PC GPU, or graphics processor for those of you who hate three-letter acronyms, or TLAs. Sony also announced a brand new DualShock controller complete with a fun touchy screen bit, a fun lighty up bit, and, wait for it, decent looking triggers! As for the hardware itself, well, we don't really know what that looks like because they didn't show us that bit, but we did get to see a few glimpses of the kind of thing the machine can do, and you guys gave us more than a glimpse of your feelings about it.
Gimmicky piece of shit, and it's going to cost one testicle.
I hope they make out another Crash Bandicoot game. That would be sweet, but it won't happen.
But will it blend?
Time to start saving, ladies and gentlemen. This baby is probably not going to be for less than $500 USD.
That you are better than us? F*** Microsoft and their shitty console. I'm never gonna buy it. PS4 for the win!
I wonder if Sony will ever considering going with a cube-like shape. Compact is good. GameCube may be the best-looking console ever.
One thing I must wonder is this. Will games that we have previously bought on the current PSN carry over to PS4? For example, I already bought a number of games on PSN like Limbo, Costume Quest, etc. Personally, I think it would be more reasonable to the consumer to be able to carry that over. If I have to pay for those games again though, I'm out.
Good question and a point well made. Unfortunately, the answer is no. Previously purchased PSN games and saves will not be transferred over to the PS4. Hopefully Sony will backtrack on this move though, because frankly, that's a dick move. The name PlayStation Network kind of implies there's an, oh I don't know, network aspect to it. Sony apparently disagrees. Boo.
Wow, I've never seen so many people complaining about this. This is one of the best conferences out there. I doubt Microsoft can even compare to it. And yet people are whining and bitching about how I hate this feature. I want to be able to turn off that feature. Are you freaking kidding me? You think you could build a better system than what they showed? Go ahead.
I'm jealous. Can we please get some Xbox news? Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for the gaming industry, but personally I'm not excited. I want some Xbox 3 news.
When will they learn? Stop with all the gimmicks, Facebook integration, touchpad controllers, shitty move controller probably now in every single game. Just concentrate on bringing me pure thrilling games and your job is done. Spend the extra cash on above average hardware instead. Disappointed.
I'm souped for the PS4. I can't wait for the main course at E3 after this appetizer. I'm not very interested in the move in cloud gaming though. I really hope the new controller doesn't feel too different from DualShock 3. The cameras seem a little too 1984. The Vita Play is a great addition.
A lovely food motif there from Hot Pugs, who is made of soup about the PS4. Unfortunately, that wasn't all Hot Pugs had to say. He went on to make some admittedly salient points, only changing the food motif to one of, well, fascism.
PC Master Race, f*** off joining on about specs. You're not educating anyone here. We all know the PC is king of raw power, and your sub story about holding back the evolution of PC gaming, even though PC has advanced so much since the 90s. Gaming is about fun, which you lot are anything but. My NES collection is still more fun to play than the average modern game.
Anyway, something else that drew your attention was the amount of social stuff Sony are thumbing into their next console. For instance, the new share button on the DualShock controller. Let's just say there wasn't anyone exactly shouting their love for it from the rooftops.
A bit too much focus on social crap for my taste.
I'm depressed. What the f*** was this? I thought they'd be showing the console all the amazing new features and great gameplay innovation, new ways of interaction, etc. Argh. I hope people understand what's going on and these guys burn.
Wow, you hope these guys burn. That's bizarre and scary.
I don't like the idea of a mandatory camera on my console. That gives me the creeps.
Play Stalker 4. Now, the people that friend you won't be able to escape your gaze ever again.
Sony's basically grabbing a souped-up PC gaming rig, putting their brand name on it, and selling it at a comfortable price point. I call that brilliant!
Oh, and do these assholes realise that not everyone has super fast internet access like they do? How can I stream a game and play at the same time with 300 kbps download speed?
Not too impressive, just as I anticipated. Don't get me wrong, it's not a complete piece of shit, but it's not the super powerful powerhouse that many Sony fanboys were expecting.
Diablo 3 on PS3-4. Facepalm.
I can see MMOs becoming commonplace on this gen of consoles. We'll be curious to see how the console gamers react to this pretty much huge gap in the market. They don't really know what they've been missing.
Very disappointed, but not entirely surprised to hear that the 40-plus PS3 titles I own will more than likely be of no use once I get my PS4. How about confirming some built-in backwards compatibility?
Do you reckon the PS4 version of Aliens Colonial Marines 2 will have PS3 quality graphics?
Zing! So varied feelings about the console all round, but one thing we haven't discussed is that shiny, touchy new controller.
Looks more like a 360 controller now, aside from the touchscreen. That makes it better, Imo. Now it has actual triggers instead of buttons for R2 and L2.
If they're gonna have a touchscreen, why make it so small? It looks like it would be useless at that size.
It's horrid.
They need to change the triggers. Those tacos don't look comfortable at all.
Ultimately, my feelings on it will come down to how it feels in my hands. By the way, that's what she said, what the LMAO? Sorry.
You should be sorry. Even I know that was terrible, and I'm a professional purveyor of rubbish jokes. For instance, what does the best man at a bread wedding say? Toast. So anyway, that's pretty much it from me for this week, but don't forget you can always get in touch in the comments by tweeting at Johnette or by using the hashtag Feedbackula. If you would like to subscribe, that would also be nice. As for me, I'm going to do some volunteer work at the local hospital now. I help look after the coma patients.
I feed them toast when nobody is watching.